this looks normal, so I don't know if I will see the comments here. But I think this looks like my normal screen. The other one was not a normal screen. So if you're watching and if you hear me and you're here, and I'm going to say it once, if you hear me, just like give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if that you hear me, or like a comment. Because the last one I wasn't seeing any comments. So, oh, here it is. I can message now. Oh, you couldn't message on the other one? That's weird. So, for people who started watching this one, so we're talking about Frederic MALLE. Apparently, Frederic MALLE's. Oh, hi, Babush. How are you? Hi, Moose. Sorry, chat enabled. Was chat disabled in the other one? That's weird. Because I didn't do anything to that one. That was a weird one. Anyways, I don't even know how to disable the chat. Nor my message on Instagram. Okay. So hello. And welcome back. Yes, Mitra chat wasn't enabled. Okay, so I was thinking like, what? Nobody's talking. This is weird. All right. So this looks like normal. The other one just had the copy link. Like I didn't have any other. It was very weird the way it was. Anyways, so for anyone who started just talking about, we'll talk about Frederic MALLE. Frederic MALLE apparently was born in an art family. His mom had some sort of connection to the Parfum Christian Dior. His dad was a film producer. His grandfather apparently created Parfums Christian Dior. And then he has some training. He had some connections with Chanel and then Hermes and LVMH. And then he has some formal education for a couple of months. And then he created perfumes. He created his own line in the year of 2000. And they communicated by a Morse code when it was too subtle. Oh man. You know what? Like, somebody somewhere in Europe, some big bully is giving me a speech in Europe right now. To be honest, this stream was for me to just not listen to what he's saying, because this is so hard when you get like into the news and stuff, and then like it's almost like a vortex, right? I kept listening and it's just like, this is crazy. And it's just embarrassing. Like, if I was sitting in the audience where he was talking, I would have just got up and left. Like, when you say the Morse code, I don't know how many people in the crowds where they're listening, they're like, time out. Anyways, that's a side comment. A little bit political, but that's okay. So, let's see. Okay, so in January 2015, it's been a while since he sold to Estée Lauder. So in January 2015, Parfum Frederic MALLE was sold to Estée Lauder for an undisclosed fee. I bet it's a lot. So there are some stuff that were made after 2015, which are, let me take a look. There's Cologne Indelible, that came right in 2015. The Night is actually 2016 one. Monsieur is 2016. Superstitious is 2016. Outrageous is 2017. Sale Douce is 2017. Promise is 2017. Music for a While is 2018. Dawn is 2018. Rose Queer is 2019. The Mood is 2019. Synthetic Jungle. Oh, I didn't know Anne Filippo did Synthetic Jungle. 2021. And Uncut Gem is Maurice Russell 2022. Heaven Can Wait 2023. And the Acne Studio, is that a Frederic MALLE fragrance, or is it from the Acne Studio? I'm not 100% sure like where it falls. By the way, guys, please like the stream, subscribe, turn on the notification button while you're in the house. I appreciate it. All right, so looking at... Oh my God, you have arrived. Broly has arrived. Okay. I have been so stressed out, Broly. Like, you can't be stressing me more. Okay, so some of the perfumers have more than one perfumes in the house. Like, like Jean-Claude Elena has, who made this one, has Cologne Bigarade and has Bigarade concentrate and has let's see what else is Jean-Claude Elena. And so Angelique sur le Pluie, and then I thought Heaven Can't Wait is also Jean-Claude Elena, so it's a lot of Jean-Claude Elena, and I think I saw Dominique Ropion quite a bit in here. So it's The Promise, Superstitious, The Night, Cologne and Delete, Portrait of a Lady, Geranium pour Monsieur, Carnal Flower, Vetiver Extraordinaire, and then Une Fleur de Cassis. So all of those were made by Dominique Ropion. So it's a lot of Dominique Ropion, heavy contributions. Anyways, so now going back to the perfume itself, Angelique sur le Pluie. This is a really beautiful perfume for, I feel like it's like when, actually this is not the best time for me to wear it, but I just picked it up because it's not springy in here. It's a dead of winter. It's about like minus 35 degrees. And it's sous la pluie, it's not sous le pluie. I never will get this masculine feminine thing in French, like, because my mother tongue does not have masculine feminine. All right, so this one, and y'all have noticed how the Fragrantica has changed, eh? Like the visage of the Fragrantica has gone some makeover. I don't know if I like it. I wonder if they've done this to be more mobile friendly and they're gonna launch an app. Not 100% sure. So Angelique sur le Pluie is so the most I get from it is like a lot of cedar and then juniper in the opening, like more in the opening than it is in the dry down, and the juniper and angelica and some musk. Why is the message? What? Automatically held for review, hidden by PLUIE. What was it? Huh? All right. This is beautiful. Like it kind of like, I don't know why, when it is when, hi Nancy, how are you? When there's a fragrance has a cedar note, like a prominent cedar note, it reminds me of paper. Like, is there a, have to get my nose on it. It sounds great. It is absolutely beautiful. It is gorgeous. And this one, okay, so this is not like, this is after Estee Lauder, right? Because the way apparently Broly taught me, the way you know if it is something is like one of the Frederic malls are pre-Estee Lauder or after Estee Lauder is if that they have mentioned their concentration here on the side. I think that is pre-Estee Lauder, and if it is not mentioned that, then that's after Estee Lauder. And I think the OG formulations, like the OG formulations, don't have a shiny cap. See how this is a shiny cap? But if you see a cap that's a matte cap, that's in most likely earlier versions of that fragrance, right? Early, am I right? Scent of the Day, Epona. I've never tried that one. Angelique. It's very, I would put this on ethereal fragrances, even though it's not kind of like that, but it does give me that, you know, how it, for whatever reason, it reminds me of this spring in Montreal, where, you know, it's like end of March, the snow has melted mostly, like the snow has melted mostly, it's end of March, and then it's kind of still wet outside, the trees and the grass is kind of like starting to come to life, and there's that smell out there, but then also like a little bit of smell of paper. I get that from cedar, I don't know why. I never smelled that one. Oh really? You never smelled that one? Oh, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. Now it's not a really loud perfume. It does not have a monster sillage projection, anything like that. So if you have yet to try anything from Frederic Malle, oh my God, Nancy, you need to get out. Hi Stefan, how are you? Guys, I sent Stefan a sample of Iris Root, and he's hooked. He feels like Iris Root is fulfills all his iris needs, and that's big. Oh, this is good. So good. Like, honestly, this is a feel-good fragrance. This is something that I would... It's like, smells like hope. Like, you know what I mean? It's when spring comes, I feel like when the trees are coming to life, like there's smell of grass and just like things are growing. It's a little bit of the wetness. It is smell of hope, something good in horizon. That maybe that's why I picked up this fragrance, because listening to the news was quite hopeless. Opposite of hope. Oh, so good. Like, I'm so grateful for this one. So this is actually a fragrance. I bought this from my friend. I think we have done a live together with Laya, my friend in Toronto, currently elsewhere. But we have done a live together. I bought it from her, and I was tempted to buy a full bottle, and then she was going to move away and didn't need all her fragrances, and I said, you know what, just give me a chance to try it once, and if not, I'll just sell it to you. So I'm really thankful for her. I know I'm new to the addiction, absolutely. Like petrichor, you know what, like I don't even know what petrichor is, to be honest, because English is not my first language. What does petrichor? A pleasant smell that frequently accompanies the first rain after yeah. It's not as soily like it as you would think. Like, I think there are other fragrances, now that I can't remember what fragrance, but there are other fragrances that have a little bit more of a wet soil smell. This is not that. It's not a wet soil. It's more about the mood than it is the actual smell of the wet soil. I don't know if I'm under, like, I don't know, I probably have synesthesia, so it's hard for me to describe these things because sometimes it does not make sense for people who do not. The picture I have from some spring coming, and the smell that I associate with that smell is what I am talking about, not the smell of actual wet soil, which I really, really like, but this is not it. So this is Angelique sur le Pluie. Nancy, I only smelled a handful of FM. It's definitely not my favorite brand. You know what? So Frederic Malle has so many fragrances. That's the issue, right? So when you go to the counter, there's so many fragrances, and let me see how many entries they have. They have 51 perfumes in the fragrance space. That is a huge number of fragrances in 25 years. So that means that they, on average, they have released 2 perfumes per year. And that is a huge number of fragrances, and a lot of these, I feel, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of the Frederic Malle fragrances are more masculine leaning than feminine. Ooh, look at that. Y'all have seen those 2018 bottles? Sorry, I'm looking at Frederic Malle Classics inspired by Carlos Scarpa design. And all the bottles are this kind of colored, like it's colored and whatever. Just take a look. It's so especially lipstick rose is so pretty. So pretty. I mean, I guess you can take these out of the how many fragrances are here, because they're not really, how many of them? There's 3 and 7. So let's say, okay, yeah, there's about 2 again still fragrances every year, and a lot of them are more masculine leaning, and some of them that are not for me, like In Fleur de Cassis isn't for me at all. Synthetic Nature, or Jungle is the same thing. This heavy line of like a Dawn, Promise, Moon, Night, that's shit, it's not mine. Hold on a second. I'm back. Like, I feel like, yeah, a lot of these, like Rose and Queer wasn't my thing. Rose tonnerre I have not smelled, but isn't that the Oud Rose? And I'm not really a rose person either. So, but I love Portrait de Lady. Outrageous never smelled. Noir Piece was like does it have cumin? Noir Piece? I think it was something was really kind of like put me off on Noir Piece, but I'm hearing it's gonna. No, it doesn't have cumin, but it smelled a little bit of BOE, so it wasn't my thing. So it put me off. It wasn't for me. But I'm hearing it's going to be discontinued. I don't know if that's real or not. Music for a while I've never smelled. Mastre Vajor, well, obviously that's beautiful. Monsieur is quite masculine. Lys Mediterranean, I had Lys Mediterranean. I ended up selling it. Kind of regret it, but and also at the same time, Lys Mediterranean is quite really a uber feminine fragrance, and those are not for me usually. L'Eau d'Hiver is absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's such a comforting fragrance. Iris Poudre, it's actually original version goes pissy on me. I like the reformulated version better, and it doesn't do that on my skin. My favorite has to be the Moon, very fruity. Yeah. That's here's the thing. Like, so I'm not really into rose and oud, and also don't like anything too sweet. So it's all Estee Slaughter. So all those kind of fruit and like oud rose is not my favorite, so it wasn't like for me. Geranium pour Monsieur, I think it's quite masculine. French lover is masculine. En passant, I just got a bottle of En passant because I like it. I love it, and it would be beautiful fragrance for summer and spring. Eau de Magnolia, never tried. Dries Van Noten, I have a fragrance of that. Danton Lee, I think it's for lingerie, or like a sheets or something like that. I don't have that. Um, Dante Bra, that's a beautiful fragrance. Cologne and Delib, I think that's and Cologne Bray Bigarad, that is masculine fragrance. Carnal Flower, just like name of two girls is enough for me to say nope, thank you. Bigarad Concentrate, I think it's also a masculine fragrance. So when you walk in, if you pick up like one of these things, like you have to sort through. There are like beautiful fragrances from Frederic Malle, but there are also a lot of um, meh for me, anyways. Eau de Magnolia is beautiful, definitely a spring transition with fragrance. Oh, really? I haven't I'm a little bit wary. I think that's how you say it, wary of the white flower fragrances. So I'm not. I haven't tried Eau de Magnolia. Sometimes it smells like super vintagey on me, and it's not for me. But never tried that one. So it's a quiet fragrance too, and that's why I'm carrying it here. So like throughout the day, I will probably end up spraying it again. Um, but it is nonetheless is a beautiful fragrance, and if you can find it for reasonable prices, still on discounters. I think it is still in stock in Canadian discounters, and I think in American ones too. It comes in stock, but now that Frederic Malle completely has left the brand, not only he's just sold the brand, he's not there anymore. I was it in 2023 or I can't remember what year it was, but I worry that like things have been going to reformulate more even over time. I also have yesterday I got samples of Supreme Bouquet from a YSL. Those of you who know how many YSL fragrances I have, YSL Le Vestiaire parfums I have almost all of them, except for Supreme Bouquet, Wild Leather. I think there's one more, Atlas Garden. If I'm going to drop a tobacco vanilla fragrance, is it? Are you joking? Or it's like the new one? What is it called? Richard, guys, if you want to watch about the new Frederic Malle fragrances, can you like watch Rich's live? What now? I can't. Okay, back. Got a phone call. Hi from Saudi Arabia. Yeah, so no, what was that? I can't remember the name. Have you heard any new info on the new FREDERIC well-being risk? Yeah, Rich had, hold on. What was the name, guys? Okay, sorry. I got a message. FREDERIC Mall, new message, new fragrance. I think it was, the information came out, like, I think about 2 days ago. It's on Scent Advice if you want to take a look. Hold on. What was the name? What was the name? FREDERIC Mall. Oh my god. Scent Advice. I think it has Immortelle in it. When I was looking at the Contre-jour, and it's an Anique Menardo fragrance, and apparently is inspired by the Mediterranean everlasting flower known as Helichrysum or Immortelle, which is a sunny, dry, spicy warmth. This scent is available 50 ml, 100 ml, $2.45 for 50 ml euros. Wow. It's set to be released in February 1st, 2026, although seems like Wally was telling me that the sales associate are saying March. So I don't know if it's going to be available on FREDERIC Mall website on like February 1st and then March 1st on retailers or what. But it is, the information is out about that one. Yeah, Contre-jour. I wonder about the name. Why is it called Contre-jour? Yeah, it doesn't say about the notes, but we know that it has Immortelle, but we'll see. We'll see what else would be there. Anyways, so I got Amouage Journey Woman and Supreme Bouquet from YSL, but I want to talk about something interesting I noticed, and it's, I swear God, it's not a, now y'all will feel this is a clickbait, the name of the live. Like, I think 2 days ago, someone posted in one of the Facebook groups, and the admin had posted, if you have a social media presence, like, post your link or something in the comments, and everyone was commenting. Let me just. Everyone was commenting like with their handles. Number one, what I noticed was almost there were close to 100 comments on the post, and from the 100 comments, there were only 2 YouTube channel, like 2 of all of the 100 comments. I know it's a small sample, but it's still 100, and there's 2 YouTube channel. There were, God, maybe like 15 Instagram, and the rest were TikTok, including the YouTubers also TikTok. And I was like, well, this is interesting. So is this everyone on TikTok? Like, no one is on YouTube anymore, which is kind of like, goes with what we see, right? Like, I feel like this kind of short burst of the reviews and, like, short format of stuff is taken over. People are not interested in long videos. People are not interested in long-winded stuff. And even, like, I was listening to Sebastian, and he was saying, oh, he's going to move his shorts to another channel because shorts are hurting his channel, etc., etc. I know there are a subset of us, like you, Delise, that we like these videos, long reviews and personal connection, all sort of stuff. But I feel like it's like, that kind of era of listening to long-winded reviews and stuff is gone. Like, attention span is dropped, and, like, just by use of, like, scrolling and whatnot, that's that we've all gotten used to it. and nobody is kind of, not a lot of people appreciate these long videos. I'm only on YouTube and Insta, no TikTok. Oh, yeah, to be honest, I don't really do TikTok. Like, I do have stuff on TikTok, and you know what I noticed? Like yesterday, 2 days ago, when I posted my channel there, instantly I got 15 followers of that, most likely of that post. It wasn't even my post, it was my comment on TikTok. Nothing on YouTube, which was kind of weird. I refuse TikTok. Yeah, I know. It's just kind of like, it's a brain rot. Really, it's a brain rot. I mean, YouTube Shorts are also a brain rot, but TikTok is even more. And it's, oh my God, so much AI. Like, all these AI things, and God forbid if you watch one of them, then your feed will be full of it. Do you like Allure from Chanel, feminine line? The EDT I know is very white floral heavy. Diego, what I like, Allure is okay, but I love Allure Sensuelle. So Allure Sensuelle is my favorite from that line. Also, I was able to get my hand on Allure Sensuelle X-Straight in 35 ml, which is absolutely gorgeous fragrance. This is something to really experience. I am tempted to pick Allure X-Straight because I know it's still available, like in of all places, in one of the pharmacies, and I have points in that pharmacy, so may as well cash in my points for that in one of the bonus redemption times. So I feel like I want to get it, but I don't know. What else would I get it from the pharmacy anyway? So like, yeah, Allure Sensuelle, and especially X-Rate, are absolutely gorgeous fragrances, to be honest. Like, yeah, I need to wear them more. I just don't wear them that often. I got my nose on Allure Sensuelle. It's very nice, especially with the patchouli. Yes, absolutely. And X-Rate is that much smoother, like, and beautiful. I've heard TikTok isn't as fun as Instagram. Well, Instagram is different, right? Like, what I like about Instagram is that you could just review, like, if your phone is not on, I don't know, like, whatever the setting is on, it's not a lot of noise. Like, you just look at the posts and just scroll through if you're not just looking at the shorts or reels or whatever, right? But in TikTok is all videos, and it's all kind of, I don't know. It's like, at least I don't know why. Like, what have I watched that I'm my my feed is full of no judgment by people who wear really long nails, but what you know what I'm talking about. The people who's wearing, like, the nails are this long, has also the jewelry almost like a 4 karat diamond on it, and they're just talking like this, and they're just like, oh my God, and things like that. And I'm just like, ew, like, what did I do to deserve this? So it's kind of like not my world, TikTok. But I'm gonna try to do a live on TikTok and see how that goes, because for whatever reason I thought it was like you had to have like 1,000 followers to be able to do TikTok live, but it seems but I feel like but recently TikTok has given me access to do a live, which is like, really, you want me to do live? Why? I don't have enough followers, but that's their hook, right? I love Allure Sensuelle. Would love to try X-Straight. Is this what? No. X-Straight is gone. Allure Sensuelle X-Straight is gone long time ago. Actually, for a fact, let's look it up. But Allure X-Straight is still available. Sensuelle X-Straight. And all of these Chanel X-Straights are going to be gone. It may come back in another format, but the way they are right now are going to be gone. Like, so Allure Sensuelle. Here it is. Does it say X-Straight? Allure Sensuelle X-Straight. I don't even see the Fragrantica stuff on it. Allure Sensuelle. I almost call it Allure Sexuelle. Sensuelle. It's a tongue twister. Alright, let's see. Allure Sensuelle Parfum. So, Allure Sensuelle Parfum. So So this one is a, what year release is this? It's a 2006 release, and it's a Jacques Polge fragrance, and the notes are, so patchouli in this one is not very dominant, but there is patchouli in this, even though it doesn't say. It says oriental notes, May rose, bourbon vanilla, and jasmine, but it's that combination of patchouli and rose that's absolutely beautiful. So what's your favorite FM? What is your favorite FM? Hi, Mike. Favorite Frederic Malle fragrance? That's a good question. Let me just take a look at all the Frederic Malle fragrances. Let me see quick. My favorite. So it is probably tied between Heaven Can Wait, Lipstick Rose, L'Eau d'Hiver. It's one of those three. I like Geranium for Monsieur. Oh, yeah, this is probably nice for guys, but I feel like it's too guy for me. Although I like Vetiver Extraordinaire. I have Vetiver Extraordinaire also. It's like a matte cap. I have that one in matte cap and it's still gorgeous. But I feel like for me, from the Frederic Malle would be, my favorite of Frederic Malle would be either Lipstick Rose, L'Eau d'Hiver, Heaven Can Wait. But L'Eau d'Hiver is probably pulling a smidgen ahead of everything else. Probably. Oh, but there's also Master Bajor. Can't do this. Y'all, if I could pick a favorite perfume, this is the thing sometimes I like kind of laugh, right? If I could pick a perfume, I did not have close to 4-digit perfumes in my collection. Right? Like if I could pick one Frederic Malle perfume that I would say, I love this is the best one, it wouldn't be that collection that large. The issue that I'm having is that I love everything. I love a lot of fragrances. No POL. I like POL, and like it is a huge like. The only issue that I have is I'm not a rose lover, but I still feel like that's a masterpiece and beautifully made. I have an anniversary version, like the red one, and I would wear it occasionally when I feel like it. But it's not something. It's not because it's not gorgeous. It was not a masterpiece. It is. It is that I don't like rose as much. So it is for personal reasons, and I can appreciate it. But I feel like even then, look, Lipstick Rose has La Rose, right? Like I love Lipstick Rose. Like it's a really beautiful perfume, Lipstick Rose. You know. And now I'm just trying to change my mind. It's not L'Eau d'Hiver. Is it Lipstick Rose? I don't know. This is really hard for me to pick one. It's like, when people ask me, what's your favorite Guerlain? And I'm like, do you know how many fragrances is in Guerlain? It's still today, it happens that all these things I know about Guerlain, and like a huge collection of Guerlain fragrances I have, and I still see something new that I've never seen it before. It's not... it's not easy to. Let's see how many fragrances Guerlain has in Fragrantica database, because I'm curious. It's 562 perfumes in Fragrantica database, and I have stuff that it's not on Fragrantica database. So you can imagine if I have some stuff that's not in Fragrantica database, then how many are there that aren't there in general, right? Oh, interesting. It says, what did Francis Kurkdjian do for Guerlain? Jean-Paul Guerlain, Thierry Bossé, Jacques Guerlain, Mathilde Laurent, Sophie Labbe, Aimé Guerlain, Sylvain Delacourt, I know that, Randa Hamami, Delphine Yelk, Christophe Renaud, all these people, Mary Salomon, Maurice Roussel, Sonia Constant, Olivier Crest, Christine Nagel, Denis Andre, Annick Menard, Olivier Poche, Francis Kurkdjian. What did Francis do for Guerlain? Did he do stuff for Guerlain? Does anyone know what fragrance Francis Kurkdjian did for Guerlain? conditioner. It's like, can we look at? Okay. I don't want to. Okay. I am now curious. What did he do for Guerlain? Francis Kurkdjian did. Like, he has so many beautiful ones. Why is he putting, like, I heard from someone, a friend of mine, that Queer Saddle is super shit. So I'm like, I'm so disappointed in this all things that he's putting out. And I was like, dude, you have the talent, you have the skills. Why aren't you doing what you're best at doing? Like, it's so disappointing. Okay, so before I get lost in another tangent, let me see what he did for, like, all these Elisa fragrances. These are so well made, beautiful fragrances, but he's putting out shit. Oh, Rose Barbar, that's what he did. Oh, really? Interesting. I guess I knew that, but I forgot. Bois d'Harmonie? He didn't do Bois d'Harmonie. I thought he did Bois d'Harmonie, but probably not. Yeah, Rose Barbar and Eau de Lis. It's only, oh, okay, so I don't think he did Bois d'Harmonie because I feel like because he's Armenian, I think he should have done Bois d'Harmonie, but I don't think that's what he did. Bois d'Harmonie is... who is Bois d'Harmonie? Bois d'Harmonie. Hey. Bois d'Harmonie is not him. I think Annick Nardo. Bois d'Harmonie is Annick Nardo. Okay. I just feel like he's like mixed up the facts in my mind because he's Armenian, and I'm like, he must have made Bois d'Harmonie. Which stupid association is like when people. It's almost like when people walk into me and say, "Oh, I know. I have a friend who's Persian, who's Iranian. His name is this. Do you know him?" It's like, buddy, there's 90 million of us. I don't know. I don't know everyone. But sometimes, you know what? I will be knowing that person. So, anyways, so the bottom of. God, where it went. I actually was curious to know what Francis Kurkdjian. He has so many beautiful fragrances, and I don't know. Like, do you think he knows? Do you think he reviews our? He looks at our what we say, and like about how shit the new releases are, and he just doesn't care. Is that what's happening? What is the C16 by Indult? I've never seen this fragrance. Have you guys seen that? C16 by Indult is a oriental fragrance for women and men, launched in 2008, and is a Francis Kurkdjian fragrance. No notes are on file, and someone says it's like Kiehl's musk on Xanax. That's not a really attractive description. So sad. So sad. The person who made all these beautiful fragrances, why aren't you doing what you're best at? Like all the ambers, he does ambers very well, he does musks very well, and I'm like, he just brings shit. I have no idea. Maybe he doesn't have that much of liberty, but even then, I feel like if you are, so I have this thing with, for me, if my name is gonna go on something, doesn't matter if I created it or not, or if I did the whole thing or not, but if I'm gonna sign the bottom of something, whatever it is, it has to at least meet certain standards, like, right? I feel like it is, and I think that's professional dignity, right? Like when you have professional dignity, if your name is going to something, a project, whatever that is, and if you're going to sign the bottom of it, regardless of how much of it you did or did not, it must meet your bottom standard or threshold of a okay job, at least. I'm not saying great job, but an okay job. And people say maybe Francis Kurkdjian doesn't have that much of liberty in doing things, and maybe he's like the brand has more influence and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, then buddy, quit. Like, if you don't have that much of control that they are putting out shit in your name out, then quit. Like, why are you there? You don't need it. like for any reasons. You've like made your millions already. You have the Francisco John's house in the Baccarat Rouge to support you for the rest of your life. You can get a job anywhere. Like, why are you there? Why would you sign under something so shitty? Don't you have professional integrity? Like, that is my dilemma, or whatever that is. I feel like, yeah, it's still his reputation on the line, right? Like, it's just, I'm gonna sign under something, I better make sure that it's acceptable level. I'm not saying like super great and mind-blowing, but I better make sure that it has some sort of quality. I'm not gonna sign under every shit just claiming, oh, I didn't know I didn't have much power on it. Well, your name is in it. Sorry. It's like as if, like, let's say all these Gordon Ramsay restaurants, Gordon Ramsay isn't working in each single one of them, right? He's not the chef in every one of them, probably in chefs in none of them, but at least there's a standard and quality in that, and it's being put out. Like, he can't be signing under shit stuff under his name. It's just not professional integrity, it doesn't look good. But I mean, in the world of today, it does not surprise me, because it all comes down to money. And he kind of, honestly, I feel like he's kind of coasting to the retirement. You know how your bosses, when they are reached a certain age, they're like passionate people, they put a lot of good work out, they do a lot of good things, and then like all of a sudden they approach this kind of like 2 years before retirement, they're like, I'm just gonna coast this shit wave until like nothing bothers them. They're checked out. Generally, I get that feel from Francis, and is that he's like, I have put my work in, I've put my efforts in, I have tried. Now I deserve to coast to the end, which is okay to do, but still, I wouldn't be okay with doing that if it means shit work. I would not be okay doing that. Scent of the day, Balam again. I understand I have one more rank to make them. I'll coast until retirement. Yeah, absolutely, right? Like, and you know what though? Like, I feel like, yeah, you can do that to a certain point, but I don't know. I'm not, this is a conversation from somewhere else, but I'm not a person who would be like, I don't care if the workplace is in fire. Like, I'm gonna retire in 2 years and then just close my, like, have the blindfold and just not see it. I have problems with seeing the problems and desire to fix them. So I can't go through life. And I understand that's a miserable way to be, because I wish I could not see things that are wrong in something and then just continue doing what I'm doing, and not care or give two shits about anything. But I can't. I mean, I think that's actually nowadays is a quality, that you'd be able to, shut out all the other things that you see it's wrong with the world, at the workplace, everywhere else, and just care about yourself, and that's it. Although that's not building a great world for our kids. Queer Saddle didn't impress. So, well, I haven't got my hands on it. I will be getting a bottle, but I hear it's also a shit fragrance, so I don't have high hopes for it. I do not have high hopes for it. So it was quite disappointing in hearing from a friend that it was a shit fragrance. Now, I mean, I may get it and I may like it. I mean, like, Bois Talisman wasn't like mind-blowing, wasn't so great, wasn't whatever, but it was acceptable. It was a fragrance that is acceptable. Okay, it smells like By the Fireplace from Maison Martin Margiela. That's a good fragrance, I think, for its own. But, of course, not at your prices. But this is kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's criminal. To put something like a Dior Homme Parfum 2025, all those shit things that are coming out, like even the Dior Addict, what they did, I hear those are also very kind of watered down, ridiculous level of stuff. I don't know. Didn't impress my jacket, still smell the amberwood santal from it. It's a week later. Oh my god. Amberwood's whipping through the base. Oh my god. god. I think I'm gonna have to drain the bottle in the toilet. I have committed to the purchase, otherwise I would back out. But I have committed to the purchase, and that's one of my very standards and kind of like I stick by my word. I can't not stick by my word, because if I don't stick by my word, that means that I'm a shit person. So that's generally what my thing is. So I can't back out, even though I know it's gonna be a shit fragrance and I will not like it, but I don't want to back out of it because I promised that I will purchase. So I got 2 more surges today. Oh, what surges did you get? I think Francis should be a perfumer at Chanel. Ooh. No, please. Let's not shit on Chanel. Like, it's pretty much one of the good houses that left, to be honest, in terms of perfumes. And let's not bring Frances into it, because it seems like she's gonna smear the shit everywhere. Guy at the Dior counter sprayed multiple times on my wrist. Ugh, you're locked in now, but it'll make a good video either way. Yes, I'm gonna have to decant it. I'm gonna have to decant it probably, most likely. I'll decant it, share the joy with the community, and and then I'll make a video out of it, I guess. And you know what? There are people who love the amberwood. There are people who are like thrilled with the amberwood and have poured into this. Like, there are people who love that kind of aspect of it. Don't get nauseated, don't get a headache. So maybe they like it. I don't know. I got Le Participe Passé and Le Percement, 2 ends of the same spectrum. What did you think about Participe Passé? Because that one was a little. I remember this. Someone in Fracom told me it smells like your grandpa who, carries like candies in his pocket. I don't know what that means, but that's what I felt when I smelled it, so I don't know. And first one, I had never smelled it. Borneo on the way. I had to pay $70 custom fees this morning. What the fuck? Borneo is. Did you buy it from Central Towns? Where did you get it from? I feel sorry for Francis. Yeah, I know. Bonus smells great, but it was a big miss for me. Very unusual. Yeah, it is unusual. $70. Yikes! I feel for you, North American friends. Well, we have sent. Oh my god! I can't believe this guy went in there, sitting in the European Economic, whatever that is, in Davos, saying, if it wasn't for us, you guys will be speaking German or maybe a little bit of Japanese. Oh my god. Anyways. From a shop in France. Oh, I see. I know stupid, but the local discounter got some 100 mLs. Ooh, nice. Well, I think it has its own following, and it's not like, it's just an unusual. I felt the same thing. I felt this is a little bit too dusty for me, I think. I speak German and a little bit of Japanese. I know, often like. After the World War II, we gave the Greenland back to Denmark. Germany beat Denmark in 6 minutes or something? Oh my god. Why are we talking about this? Why? Read the room. No. Who said that? I don't follow politics. Like, your chief commander said that. I also have Eau de Gentil Blanche on the way, but I've been waiting for 3 weeks. General shop is sleeping. Oh, yes. Yes. Eau de Gentil Blanche is beautiful. Like, it's a little bit too sharp for me, but it's a nice fragrance. I remember Pearlie sent me a sample of it. What was I going to say? I was also watching like Macron. I don't know whatever happened to his eye. Emmanuel Macron, for those of you who do not know who it is the president. It's the president, right? French president, and he has like an eye condition, which kind of looks weird. It's like, I wondered if the wife punched him in the eye. That is a horrible thing to say, but he's wearing these shades to everything, and he looks so cool. Like with this shades, and he comes in and just gives a speech with his shades, and I was like, who was it? Like one of these Saturday Night Live or one of these shows was making fun of like the whole situation, and it's like, oh, he should do CIA. No, not CIA. NCIS, ooh la la, or something like that. It looked NCIS, which is like a kind of detective TV show. Maybe I'll only be there for a month, like Venezuela. Stephanie, have fun. Enjoy your. Oh, where's Stephanie? Oh, Stefan. Have fun. You enjoy. I sincerely hope you don't. Gonna go for a little Greenland holiday soon. Let's hope it's close to summer at least. Oh my god. I can't tell you. I can't tell you this shit. Maybe I'll only be there for a month, like Venezuela. Release the files. Man, the world today, like every morning you get up and there's something weird. I can't imagine, like, I don't know what you guys are like, if, like, for us, because it's my neighbor, right? Like, I mean, it's kind of like imminent. Also, coming from a country who experienced war, I don't want to hear that near me. But it is very close, and every day you wake up, you read the news, like you see something on social media, and you're like, wait, is this like a satire or it really happened? Let me Google it. Did so and so say this? Yes. Oops. I want to get off this wild ride. I know, right? It just feels like dizzying, like amount of shit that has come out over the last year. I was like thinking how, like, they were doing a recap of the shit that has gone on over the last year, and I was like, you know what? Like, so much of stuff happened over the last year. Like, it's almost like 40 years of history, like accumulated in one. Just don't understand why we can't have North Canada. You're not using it. Excuse me. Northern Canada is not even ours. It is Indigenous people's land, and they are using it. Sorry to let you know. And you know, they're hunters. I've seen them hunt a beluga whale with a harpoon. I don't know if you want to fuck with them. I've also seen them slaughter a caribou. I don't. It's not. Also, I don't think anyone can. Oh my god! It's like Northern Canada, like in this. When you go to Arctic Circle, what you don't realize is just that it is cold and whatever, all that shit. It is cold, brutal, blah 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 blah. But the summers, oh my god, there are bugs the size of this out there, a million of them. It's like unbelievable. I'll let the orange one know. Sure. You do you. Oh my god, I'm turning to SNL today. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Please like the stream, subscribe, turn on the notification button. I appreciate it. Hi, Deshaun. Sorry you're late for the end. And I shall catch up with you later. Bye-bye. Have a good day.